views, and entertainment galore. Tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's never a bore.
So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know. We bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's the thing to do.
We cover the issues from all across the land. Our team of experts provides views oh so grand. From politics to sports and everything in between. You won't miss a thing when you listen to us. It's clear and keen.
So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know. We bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's the thing to do.
To be a part of the show, drop us a message or two. Just send a text to 090 001 005. We'll come through. Or leave a comment on our Facebook page. With Today in 19 minutes, you will be the sage. So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know. We bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM.
The woman, the radio.
It's the thing to do.
It's the 21st day of November 2023. Good morning and a warm welcome to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's another edition of our daily current affairs program, Today 90 Minutes, where we bring you in-depth analysis and discussions on the latest happenings across the country. You can also get us live on our Facebook page, Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM, the Woman Then Radio, on our YouTube channel, Hands of Hope Radio, and on our Instagram page at Hands of Hope Radio. I'm your host for today's episode, Erica Ruth Bangura. Our inspirational quote for today says, as we celebrate World Television Day, let's embrace the screen that unites us, inspires us, and tells the stories that shape our shared humanity. In today's edition of the program, Today in 90 Minutes, Tankora Police Division assures robust security for festive season, intensifies plans and collaboration with public, and Universal Children's Day Deputy Minister affirms commitment to child welfare and empowerment. Well, listener, in today's edition of our program, joining us in the studio is Victor Tutu Rogers, a seasoned journalist and dedicated society activist. And we are privileged to have him share his insights on the profound impact of media in today's world. And the theme for this year's celebration is accessibility. Good morning, welcome to the program, Mr. Rogers.
Thank you very much.
All right, going to stay with us in the program. Well, these and more are lined up in today's edition of the program. Going to stay with us for the next 1 hour, 20 minutes.
It's early in the morning, but we are feeling just fine. Today in 90 minutes, get us all in line. News, views, and entertainment galore. Tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's never a bore.
So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know. We bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's the thing to do.
We cover the issues from all across the land. Our team of experts provides views oh so grand. From politics to sports and everything in between. You won't miss a thing when you listen to us. It's clear and keen.
So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know. We bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 100.5 FM. It's the thing to do.
To be a part of the show, drop us a message or two. Just send a text to 090-001-005. We'll come through. Or leave a comment on our Facebook page. With Today in 19 Minutes, you will be the sage. Today in 19 Minutes, the Current Affairs Show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know we bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio, 100.5 FM.
The Oman, the radio.
It's the thing to do.
If you are just tuning in, you are listening to the program Today 90 Minutes live on HandsofHope Radio, 100.5 FM in Freetown. You can also get us live on our Facebook page, HandsofHope Radio 100.5 FM, the Oman Radio, on our YouTube channel, HandsofHope Radio, and Instagram page at HandsofHope Radio. We'll start the program proper, but first let's get our local and international news in English. Good day and welcome to Hands of Hope English News. I am Erica Ruth Bangura. Here are top stories for today. Sierra Leone takes strides towards national unity, launches Committee for Electoral Systems and Management Bodies Review. And Sierra Leone celebrates Universal Children's Day with pledge to strengthen child protection and rights. Now let's delve into the news in more detail. In anticipation of the upcoming festive season, Komba Sori, the Information and Communication Officer at the Tankoro Police Divisional Headquarters in Kono District, has reassured the public of heightened security measures to ensure a safe and secure environment. Speaking on behalf of the division, Sori emphasized their commitment to an intensified security plan leading up to and during the festive season. Sori affirmed that the division is actively collaborating with the general public, encouraging information sharing for swift intervention in potential security concerns. He conveyed confidence in the strengthened security apparatus, stating that the community is currently experiencing a sense of normalcy, with residents going about their daily activities in a calm and secure atmosphere. Discussing the specific security measures in place, Sori mentioned that each festive season necessitates a tailored strategy. While not divulging the entirety of their preparedness for security reasons, he acknowledged that this year's approach will incorporate some adjustments from previous years. Notably, he highlighted visible steps taken by the police, including intensified patrols day and night in collaboration with the military, focusing on areas like ghettos and other potential grey zones. Sori assured increased police presence in communities, underscoring the addition of new personnel to enhance their operational capacity. He emphasized the importance of community engagement and urged citizens to remain vigilant while going about their normal business. As part of their commitment to transparency, the public outreach, Sori shared contact numbers through which citizens can report any security concerns, ensuring a prompt and effective response for law enforcement. In conclusion, Sori conveyed a message of confidence encouraging citizens to have faith in the security measures implemented. The Tankoro Police Division remains dedicated to safeguarding the well-being of the community, fostering a secure environment as Konodi Street prepares to celebrate the festive season. In a heartfelt statement on Universal Children's Day, celebrated on November 28th, Deputy Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Buake Bindi Indora, emphasized the critical link between investing in children and securing a prosperous future. Speaking on behalf of the ministry, Indora commended the strength and resilience of Sierra Leonean children, highlighting their beautiful dreams for a brighter tomorrow. The international observance, established in 1959, serves as an important global reminder of the collective responsibility to protect the welfare of children worldwide. Deputy Minister Indora underscored that the occasion allows the government to reevaluate and reaffirm its commitment to policies and structures that promote children's rights and ensure their overall welfare. This year's theme, Investing in Our Children, means investing in our future, places a spotlight in prioritizing education, health, and well-being. Moreover, it emphasizes creating platforms for dialogue between young people and adults, ensuring that the voices of the youth are not only heard but acted upon. Highlighting Sierra Leone's commitment to child protection, Indora pointed to the country's adherence to various international treaties. He proudly announced significant strides in child rights and protection under the current government, including the rollout of the National Strategy for Children in Communities across the nation. Moreover, parliamentary deliberations have commenced on the review of the Child Rights Bill of 2022, signaling the government's dedication to enacting a robust and updated Child Rights Act. Indora urged communities to actively participate in the prevention of child abuse cases, emphasizing that the responsibility to protect and promote children's rights extends to the children themselves. In practical terms, the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs has maintained the 116 toll-free line to report and respond to cases of gender-based violence. Additionally, one-stop centers have been established nationwide to provide comprehensive services for victims of sexual abuse and domestic violence. In another news, in a significant move towards fostering national unity, the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress Party (APC) have jointly announced in a press release issued on November 28th the formation of a cross-party committee on electoral systems and management bodies review with a unique three-way leadership structure. Following the mediated agreement for national unity, a key resolution emerged emphasizing the need for a comprehensive review of electoral systems and management bodies. The APC, as part of its commitment to the agreement, will nominate up to 7 members of the committee. His Excellency President Brigadier Julius Maada Bio has accepted the nominees and ensured the inclusion of a broad-based stakeholder representation within the committee. To kickstart the operationalization of this pivotal committee, a formal launch ceremony is scheduled to take place at State House on Tuesday, 21st November 2023 at 4 p.m. According to the press statement, President Bio will preside over the event, underlining the government's dedication to the electoral review process. The launch will feature statements from representatives of the development partners, the APC party, and the government of Sierra Leone, reflecting the collaborative and inclusive nature of this national endeavor. The committee's initiation marks the official commencement date of the electoral systems and management bodies review process. The decision to openly launch the committee underscores a commitment to transparency, ensuring that the public is well informed about the steps being taken by the involved parties to implement the resolutions outlined in the Agreement for National Unity signed at the Bintumani Hotel on Wednesday, 18th October 2023. You are listening to Hands of Hope English News, live on Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM in Freetown. Now for the latest international news. In a recent BBC report, the South African government has formally appealed to the International Criminal Court (ICC) for the issuance of an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin by mid-December. Minister in the presidency, Khumbudzo, emphasized that failure by the ICC to take action would signify a total failure of global governance, stressing that the world cannot stand idly by. Israel asserts its actions are in self-defense following the October 7th attack by Hamas, resulting in 1,200 casualties and over 200 individuals taken hostage. Despite Israel's claims of minimizing civilian casualties, Khumbudzo alleges that the Israeli government aims to clear most of Gaza of Palestinians and occupy it. South Africa, joined by Bangladesh, Bolivia, Comoros, and Djibouti, submitted a referral to the ICC calling for an investigation into potential war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza. South Africa's long-standing support for the Palestinian cause is evident through diplomatic actions, including the withdrawal of diplomats from Israel and questioning the tenure of Israel's ambassador in Pretoria. And in another recent BBC report, opposition candidate Joseph Boakai has been formally declared the winner of Liberia's closely contested runoff presidential election. Incumbent President George Weah had surrendered on Friday night when Boakai had secured an unassailable lead, although all votes had not been counted at that time. National Elections Commission chairperson announced on Monday afternoon that President-elect Boakai secured 50.64% of the total vote cast, while President Weah received 49.36%. Boakai, who previously served as vice president in the government of Nobel Peace Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, pledged to rescue Liberia and build a nation of which Liberians could be proud of. The 2023 election marked the tightest presidential race since the conclusion of Liberia's civil war 2 decades ago. Boakai's victory signals a new chapter in Liberia's political landscape following the handover from Johnson Sirleaf to President Weah in 2018. To end the news, a recap of the main story. Sierra Leone takes strides towards national unity, launches Committee for Electoral Systems and Management Bodies Review. And Sierra Leone celebrates Universal Children's Day with pledge to strengthen child protection and rights. Thank you for listening to Hands of Hope English News. I am Erica Ruth Bangura. Well, welcome back. Like I informed you earlier, that today we are privileged to have a well-seasoned journalist and also a dedicated civil society activist, who is Victor Rogers, and he's going to be sharing his insights on the topic, the impact of media in today's world, as Sierra Leone joins the rest of the world today, 21st November, to celebrate World Television Day with the theme accessibility. Welcome again to the program.
Thank you.
All right, so for someone listening to you and as a journalist, also being a civil society activist. First of all, provide us an overview of the current media landscape and its evolution, particularly in the context of World Television Day.
Thank you very much. We're talking about electronics media
Yeah.
to start with. Talking about television, looking at the landscape of the media globally. I will start with, at our own national level, Sierra Leone, before going to global. We can see that today, looking at the media specifically, before this time, you hardly go to areas where you can sit down and look at programs live, uh, issues that you even add to your voice. Your voice to the program. It was difficult before this time. But today, within 10 to 10 years back, we have seen that there's much improvement in Sierra Leone with regards to the media. Television was not much. We are only having the uh, SLBC, and then later the Star TV, the AYV, and FTL. But today, looking at additional to that, you can have the Mercy TV, and then we have so many online TV. And the online TVs are making a very good impact into having programs that you can watch live on, in fact, on your mobile phones, your palm top. You call this palm top because the mobile is in your palm, where you look at all what is happening globally.
Yeah.
So we have got all these facilities now in Sierra Leone that has led even the last man in the last village, as long as he's exposed to a sophisticated mobile, wherein he or she can be able to watch whatever program automatically is part of the electronics media. So the electronics media has gone that far, and wherein everybody can sit, even to kids now, children can sit once they are exposed to the facility. They watch whatever programs they want to through the electronics media. So this, for before this time, was not a kind of that much facility to Sierra Leoneans. But globally, other countries have gone far ahead long before this time. But now we are now living in a kind of global village, wherein we can do everything within a seconds, having access to whatever that is on live program. The accessibility is now available to Sierra Leone, wherein at our only to corner, joining the globe, to share the same facilities. We are part of it now. So Sierra Leone, far back was not, but coming to this end now, especially when the criminal libel law haven't been in the media, getting access to that, has led so many people to come into play. Private sectors are now coming into play. Before this time, it was limited. But now, as long as you have the opportunity, you have the kind of funds to have your own way, then you'll be part of the process.
Okay.
So it is global now. So getting to the global level, they have been far ahead. We have been learning from them, but it has encouraged us Religious to be part of the globe now, to learn from them as to what is really, in the package of the electronics media. So many trainings, capacity building, numbers of television, online and on live programs coming on board, getting so many pupils, talking about pupils, students getting interested in going for higher learning so that they come into the field. We are talking about the media world, the media institutions, going there to learn more, to come at least to expound on the area of the media to become
Alright,
more
so,
viable.
As a journalist and also a civil society activist, how do you perceive the television and other media platform? Because we have the traditional media and television, but we also have the online TV, just like you made mention of earlier. How do you perceive the television and other forms of media shaping the perspective or the narrative of public opinion?
Public opinion, when we talk about the traditional, talking about the online TV compared to the live, broadcasting stations that are well recognized. You talk about the recognition.
Yes.
They are recognized, but how officially are they recognized? These ones are registered traditional institutions wherein they are being monitored.
Okay.
Whereas the online TV, they are not structured. You talk about proper structure, wherein who will monitor them, how best you follow them. I will come and sit here, go on my online TV because I have my own program that I do daily. I will just come and sit down without any monitoring, without any control, and do my thing and release it like that. So if it goes viral in a wrong form, how will I have to be traced? What are the procedures or protocols I have to follow, even if, to seek an arrest? Wherein, if you can come now and invite me to talk on the online TV, if I say anything that may not be good, the process for me to be pursued, it has to be challenging.
Yeah, so in terms of public opinion, how do the television and also the media help in shaping people's opinion, the general public, in terms of issues that has to be with governance and other things?
Of course, we have for traditional media, talking of government do regulate the processes. We have the NATCA now.
Yeah.
Then we have the IMC. There for the journalists, we have the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. Then we have reporters. We have some other unions that are partners to the institutional organizations of media. All this they take to help shape the media landscape, wherein they regulate the activities of the media houses, the journalists at the end of the day. But when you come to the online TV, you cannot get that at all. In fact, most of them having this online TV are not even journalists. Most of them. They, a media wherein anybody can say anything at any time without any, procedure followed. No script, no nothing. Whereas when you come to the traditional, everything done there, it's being recorded and filed in case of any call for any, kind of program, either for the good, the bad, or the ugly. There is a kind of reference area to trace whatever you are calling for. It might be like we are talking now. If it is for a good program, you will be called Hope. You did a program that you really love, would like to have that particular plate, or then you provide that because you have an archive to check in there. It is documented. Or somebody was on air, said something that is not good at all, and we need that particular clip. They will call for it. You have it. You have to produce it. If you don't produce, you'll be brought to book. But online TV, you cannot get that kind of thing.
So even now that we have the television, we have other media platforms, most times when there are informations out there, we see people having different opinions. Like they will give the information, but someone will have this fixed mindset. So comparing before now and now that we have so many televisions and also platforms that people do share informations, balanced information, accurate ones, aside the ones that are not normally regulated, what are the difference? What can you say in terms of the way how people normally see things, how they think about things compared to before now? Now that we have the television or other media, where people can come to clarify certain things. How do you see the importance of this in shaping what people have up there in their minds?
Well, talking about the minds is an individual issue.
Yeah.
Everybody has a right to his or her opinion, but it must be done responsibly and must be constructive. I mean, because if it is done, I mean, carelessly, recklessly, then it be brought to book. I mean, though you have right to your views, to your opinion, then there are duties and responsibility you own, obligations you own that must be in line with ethics. And yeah, if you are off ethics of the day, they will be brought to book. I mean, talking about today media landscape compared to past, today many is in the play. Many is in the play. The good thing is much awareness is now raised. Quick information, access to information is very quick. Then before this time, there have been hidden information, things that not all we hear. But today, because of the different platforms we have, the moment you open your mouth, the last person have got the information. So, I mean, the speed at which information goes down is far by far better than before. The areas that are being missed is the constructiveness. They are not constructed in a manner in which it will be in line with the ethics of the media rules and regulations. I mean, of that one leads to misinformations, they are misguided. I mean, then you have the lawlessness and recklessness of, I mean, some presentations that are not good at all. People with fixed mind can just get up the other moment and just do things like that and go back in there. It's just like the area of the SIM card. Before this time when SIM cards were so free, you can just buy it in the street and I mean just say whatever. People go and buy SIM card, call whosoever they want. Yes, after which they do away with the SIM. So the media is right now. The media, you have those that are under structure. But for those that are not structured to date, for which there must be more guidance towards it. It's not only limited to Sierra Leone, it is global. It's not only limited to Sierra Leone. I mean, example of that is the area of during our elections. You have the cash box, the Adebayo. These are not in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
But it's the social media they are using right there, places that we think they can be structured in regulating the media, or I mean what people say on air, since it is global, it has to go, must be structured. It's the same place we have been getting, statements that are not moral at all to global culture, our Sierra Leone context of a culture, whatever you may look at. It was not good at all. So if they can live in Holland, in America, in England, where we think there must be more structure on the area of the media, and with the same online TV we are talking of, people can just sit down, make an audio and send it, and we live here comfortably with it to play it everywhere without any proper structure to regulate it. Then it means it is a global issue.
So do you think journalists has a role in helping shaping people's opinion or public opinion?
Oh yes, the media has a role.
So
And the role must be a joint effort role. It will not be limited to only the media.
okay.
This is a kind of a total effort by all. If only we all agree that we want to have a civilized, disciplined country or world in which we live. It's like saying in everyone's corner, ensure that what is not supposed to go on the air must not go. Whosoever do so must be brought to book immediately without delay. And if that is done at every corner, they're coming to at the global level, international level, then there will be a structure. Because if it can happen in England, if it can happen in Holland, if it can happen in America, with an example in our just concluded elections that took place, thinking of the kind of way the media landscape was misused. I mean, that tells you that it's not limited to Sierra Leone alone. It is not limited to Africa alone. It's not limited to America alone, but it is global level at which everybody can say anything at any time and go away with it. How many times calls have been made for Adebayo to be arrested, to come with Adebayo because of his utterances? But to date, that has not been achieved. Meaning, the media for far too long, even from there, is misused, and it is not regulated well, and it is not under proper structure, or else they would have served as the example to see that whatever is released from any of those disciplined, organized world of international level of their class. We know what their class mean. When you talk about whatever, they are already having the structures, I mean, electronically put in place, that if you talk to them, they can pick on you and bring you to book. But if things like this have been coming from there, they cannot get that kind of structure on them, then that means it's not only Africa, Sierra Leone, but at West Africa, then it is global. So because it is global, then the media has a major role to play. But the media cannot only play that major role without the effort of the backup of the governance structure for which each and every media, community is not being supported by the government. They are under, serving. So like Sierra Leone, we can get the media can come out. We say anything, but if it is not supported by the government, to see that those who break the law are brought to book, to be disciplined, to serve as example or deterrent, then it will not work at all. Yeah. And if Sierra Leone do that, and all other countries do as well, then at the international platform, we have the UN. If they get there and say, this is what each country has contributed to see that the landscape is of this level for media to be well disciplined, they will not go there. But if that works, then with an authority from the top to the bottom, they will see a different kind of move. So the media will come in because of their professionalism. Okay. Because they are the professionals, they will guide the government as to how it's supposed to be according to the letter. So if they guide the government and show as to how to go about it, then the government join for the implementation and enforce the law to see that it happens. They will not be there. So the media has a role to play, based on their expertise, and the government will come with their own area of enforcement to see that it happens. They will have a structural discipline, kind of media presentations on air that will be of the ethics.
All right, so let's look at challenges and opportunities. So in your work as a civil society activist, what challenges do you see in balancing media influence, taking into consideration the television?
The challenges.
The challenges, it's there globally. When it comes to, let's limit to
Sierra Leone.
In here.
When you look at the challenges in the area of the media landscape in Sierra Leone, to start with, one is the area of television. We start with the human capacity.
Okay.
The human capacity for the television to really work well, it has to have the human capital, the capacity building. For some televisions, they are trying, but it's difficult. The difficult area, the challenge is the funding, the financial support. Many people want to go into electronics, television, but when you look at the capacity building in the area of television, it's not easy at all. One, the equipment, the cost of equipment. It's very challenging. The dollar increase on daily basis, and people will come happily to establish a television, media house. At the end of the day, it will not go that far. It's collapsed. Why? Because the support. At the initial stage, they'll be able to buy the materials, but the area of maintenance.
Yeah. Running cost.
Yes, the running cost, the area of maintenance. If they cannot, withstand it, they tell on us. We've been seeing wherein the media houses have been advocating long before this time, prints and electronics, looking at the items that do come, our key, how they should clear the items, and when they bring them out, after cleared, look at the prices, the way how they are. The media houses, we are crying as to how government should chip in to see how they minimize the tax. That's one area. Secondly, the area of staffing, thinking of salaries. You go to so many media houses, not all journalists there are paid up journalists.
Sure.
And because they are not paid up, the right information for you to get it is challenging. You can send somebody to go and do an interview, and if that interview is like against the particular media house or the individual, just because what can be given to that particular journalist now, the media house cannot afford, then that raw material will not come at all. Or if it comes in the area of advocacy on behalf than against.
Yeah.
Yes, because they are not giving him much, the individual much, and are thinking that the one that can be a perpetrator can now become somebody to advocate for, instead of pursuing the individual as a perpetrator or a victim of circumstance that is under investigation. So, editors, when you get them with items to edit, if you, the journalist, did the right job and indeed brought the raw material for that particular editor, but because the influence of the editor to the individual, or if the individual can call the editor, why each of the one wherein the editor called him and say, I have a matter against you. It has been just brought by my journalist. But hey, if you don't come to attend to this particular matter, if I release it, it will be against you. Automatically, the person is calling out for what? For money. And if that money comes, that particular information people are out there waiting for will not come out the way they will be expecting it. And at the end of the day, the media, the journalists there, and so they did.
So is this something that is rampant here in Sierra Leone?
It is because of, the financial strength. Journalists need to be paid well if you want to get correct, true source of information. Where it can be out there at the way you got it. Then journalists must be paid well so that they cannot be influenced to, betray the institution, or even the area of pursuing people to blackmail them. It will not happen. Some people pursue people to blackmail them deliberately just because they want to seek fund. All this is happening because the media, much is not there for people unless you go the extra mile. But if you want to do a genuine job, we don't have salaries for people to really go and do their job. Media is more of a sacrificial job. People sacrifice. Look, you are from Kinton to come here. It's a sacrificial activity. You would have loved to come, but because you want the news to go tomorrow, you are here. It's not all that we do what you have done. So because they cannot do it without paying them their transport, if you don't pay the transport and you have come now to interview me, if it was for anything that is bad, I can, persuade you, and you forget about that news And you go back and say, I went there, but I never saw him.
Exactly.
Yes. So those are the influence, that are very challenging. Very challenging. So if this want to be good for the media, then we had the government coming in to give subvention. It's like aiding the / a bit. Doesn't mean that you should not be, straightforward in your reporting, whether it is good or wrong about the government. Do your work, be transparent in your job. This is just an aid, but those kind of visions should not be only limited to government. There should be capitalists within the country, or donors to come in to at least aid the media houses so that they can professionally do their job.
Okay.
If not, we still be in the dark to be chasing what will get us satisfied at the end of the day. So if 10 news come today, maybe only 2 or 3 will be solid to go the way they came. The rest will go out, a kind of advocacy, marketing, or publicity for or promotion, yes. Because if you don't promote it, you'll not go there again. No? So this is the kind of things that are happening. It's very challenging. And at the media houses again, looking at their capacity, many journalists are working, not entitled to NACIT for in case they will retire one day. What will be the future for them? Journalists are working without no future. The future is bleak. Because you are not on a payroll. What will you think of after work? What will be your profit that you boast of? Yes, it is not there.
Okay.
So this need again the government intervention. The Ministry of Information and Communication should chip in to be part of the process. NATCA should be part of the process. IMC should be part of the process. SLAG should be part of the process.
Okay.
Yes. And with this, they need to sit down and put some structures in place and get a kind of flat scale for all media houses. Because now these days, the good thing about the local community radio stations, you hardly go to any district now without having a community radio station. Community radio stations are almost everywhere in the
Do you think
district.
we also need TV stations in every district?
If it is possible, it will be good.
Okay.
We have you have the Massy TV here. They have another Massy TV station right in Bo. So if we can get examples of all the TV stations that are here, replica in Bo, the SMBC is here, it is in Bo, it is in Kenema, because you have some live programs. They don't need to do a recording to send it to SMBC, to send it to AYV, or AYV correspond to Bo for them to get the somebody they want to talk to. There must be another AYV in Bo. There are some television stations in the districts, so that what happened in this district today, because all the activities are not the same. As we are talking now today, the activities that were here, the way it was performed, is not the same as in Bo, in Kenema, in Kono, in Kaila, in Kabbalah, and whatsoever. It's of different activities. But if they have their own station of their own, they will enjoy their own. That means, like, say, if you leave the coverage, from Freetown cannot reach to Kabbalah, Kabbalah has their own TV station. At the end of the day, they will see all what they want to see, and they will be able to have access to television if they want to do any kind of promo, programs of any type. But they cannot run from there or do a recording, run down to Freetown to come and see that they. So, we have reached a stage where it must be like the community radio stations now.
Right.
The community radio stations are everywhere. Likewise, if the TV stations are in the provinces also, even at the regional level to start with, it will be very fine. So that the nearer the better. Yes.
Alright, going to stay with us. Quickly, let's run to another story in the program. In area sharing updates from Kono District, the Information Communications Officer at Tankoro Police Divisional Headquarters, Kombasore, has affirmed the community's safety during the upcoming festive season. In an exclusive interview with Alfred Joseph Kroma, Sore detailed the division's heightened security measures and emphasized their commitment to collaboration with the public through information sharing. Let's delve into the key insights from the interview.
The security strength, it boost up, and then the area cool and calm as it stands, and people then go about their normal activities with no hindrance.
So ahead of the festive season, as we almost approach December, how prepared are they in terms of security?
Well, every season they count in your own method of policing, actually, in the sense, and what we don't do last year, the tactics will be done apply for labor for and police the festive season. It will a bit differ, even though not much. We're not going to disclose everything about preparedness because bad people will have to take advantage over them. But the visible ones, the way the community they see, I will elaborate on them small. One is we don't intensify with patrols. When I always see with the patrols day and night. When I join one, police and military, we don't increase the raids, massive one. Now the ghettos then, now the gray areas then, on the Coos boys and some other people that will say them likely go there in the position for commit mayhem na the communities then. And we get for increased police presence. We don't get new personnel the way if we na the observe say when they see them, they go around. So the increased police presence na the communities because they expect say more people than get for come from various locations na the country or out of the country for come and occasion this particular festival.
And why joint patrolling? Because when it comes to internal security, somebody will say the police and they're in charge, but now they do along with the military.
Yeah, you get what you call a MACP, where you don't in enforcement, and it still go on. So now on that basis, it is the police and soldier, then they join together on certain operations. So now we get internal security, but then self can come to aid where they need a rise. We self can go to the aid where they need a now. A collaborative something they do actually. Okay. A cut across.
So what you don't be an experience for the past seasons when it comes to festive activity?
Yeah, we find out the population they increase na the main cities then, and then the bad boys they mostly one of them can left for pickpocket, then self can increase their activity. So this now some of the experience that we don't get. So we self don't actually put methods in place. We will not go disclose to the general public, but we don't put strategies in place for make sure so we cover on them.
And very soon we will begin to see the diaspora and self the travel for come out the country, not an exception. And one of the things we don't do on social media and the intake of the kush or any other substance when are drugs, where that self look worrisome. As a division, how on stand for ensure say when put some internal control ahead of the festive season?
When I say we be a witness, we don't conduct several raids, we still continue on a massive one. We don't make sure say the sanity done in the communities with regard to schools business somehow, where we have self people and done the witness on several occasions where we go around with the conduct and raids and then gray areas and the ghettos then the hideouts they also say the people and they carry on and their activities then. So we still continue and we will continue for conduct more raids for make sure say we actually sanitize the community ahead of the festival.
Under UNA's division, of course the city of Kwedu under UNA, and at times people can raise concern then extreme areas them that most times they can call on security ahead of the festive season. How not also concentrate in the areas and places like the Kanya and like the Kamadu, and these are places where people don't call when it comes to security reasons.
We're well prepared. We don't increase police presence in the community. And as I talk to you, patrols go on, foot patrols, they go on with you, new men there with the introduce them to the communities, and then you get for go on continuously. We get for the visit all areas and patrols go on day and night, and patrols team they can reach now all locations. Then whatever difficulty people then get at the community, they make them known to we so go for respond appropriately.
So which means not on put in place in case somebody want to get onto now for raise alarm on issues within a crime at community level.
We get several numbers that will get out, including me on number. Somebody wants to call on now. We get the option number way in day out to people them. Then he call on anybody where then sabi na Tankoro Police Division, and then the message go read the appropriate authority. authorities then.
Ahead of the festive season, which could be message to the general public?
I want for everybody feel say let people then go about the normal activity, make them get the confidence say we're capable and we're able for police this particular festival where they come.
You message to that way go on for being the system.
Make them not try 'em, because we well prepared, we did robustly, we go make sure we cover on them anytime we didn't take any chance on them.
Well, ending that interview with our correspondent Alfred Joseph Kroma is the Information and Communications Officer at Tankoro Police Divisional Headquarters, Kombasuri. You're listening to the program today, 90 minutes live on HandsofHope Radio 100.5 FM in Freetown. And we still have with us in the studio, we have Victor Tutu Rogers. And today we are celebrating World Television Day, and we are looking at the media landscape, how it is and how it has been impactful. Okay, let's look at media ethics in the area of instant news and social media. How do you think, as a journalist and also as a society activist, how can journalists uphold ethical standards, and what steps can be taken to address misinformation and fake news in this area?
We are coming back to the area of structure. Each and every media house, they are part of the SLAG, the IMC, because they do register their media houses. So because they are being registered, before getting registered, there are procedures you go through, and those procedures, questions are asked, you answer them. The way how your media house should be, there is on paper, you append your signature to it. If you go out of the rules and regulations, that will be penned down. Meaning, if you have gone through registration proper, that's the difference between the traditional media houses you're talking of to this online TV. Here you register. And because you are going to register, there are so many documentation that you go through. And after which, then you are certified, and they're giving a certificate for you to function.
Okay.
Meaning, anything that is out of those laws, you must be brought to book for questioning. And if you are found guilty, then there'll be attached punishment for you, or fines to pay, or close your entire media house. So because of those structure, meaning you append your signature to that particular, you the proprietor or proprietress, whatever. Meaning, for the fact that you have append your signature to that particular document, means when you come back to your own media house now, all the journalists that you'll be getting on board must be capacitated with the rules and regulations of what you've signed, so that any journalist going out of your media house to perform any duty must be under that structure, must be under those laws and regulations, which are the ethics. Off from that particular rules and regulation, you'll be brought in for punishment as a journalist by the operator, because for whatever goes out of hand, he is solely responsible. So he cannot sit and wait, or she cannot sit and wait. You must be guided by your laws that you have signed to. It's those laws that you put together for your house or your media house to run on a daily basis. So because you don't want to be out of functions, you must uphold what you've signed. And for you to be really up there with what you have signed to, you must cascade that down to your staff, the journalists that you'll be having on board, the workers that you'll be having on board. They must append their signatories to that, so that at the end of the day, you'll be in line with what you have signed for. But anything away from that, you have to be brought to book.
Right, so television is visual, and we have kids now looking television and all of those stuff. So how do you think content creators can use the television, the visual method of passing on information or content responsibly that can ensure that everybody is safeguarded, including children?
Uh, have been yearning to see how best I can talk around this area, and it has come into your question, which is very, very important in the area of, because it is visual.
Sure.
And we have children. You have talked about children. That's my area. I mean, yes, under Legal Aid Board as a juvenile and children's affairs outreach head, it's a concern because some of the television stations, at times when they have no program to play, I mean, that is a kind of educative. They can play any kind of programs or show some kind of videos that is not encouraging at all. You have kids wearing some particular films that are being played at a particular hour. The selection of timing, the time for which they play those particular videos or films is not a choosing or selective time for the day or during the day, because at that particular time kids will be all over. Yes, in their houses. Before this time, you hardly enter into houses where you can see a single television. But now today, you hardly enter into houses, you cannot see one television. So almost all houses, it might not be all rooms, but almost all rooms in every houses now are televisions. Some, if they don't have, they have it on their phone, because we have this kind of programs now where you go on Facebook, you can link live.
Yeah.
As it is happening, you are seeing it. So if you don't have a television in your house, you have a palm top where you look at it. That means your phone. You look at what is happening exactly. If you want to add your voice, you can call from there and send your voice also. So if this is happening and we have kids these days, children going to school, some that are of the opportunity, they have handphones, and if this kind of programs played are not monitored, automatically the children have direct access to it. We have some immoral films that are being played during the daytime, not even after 1 or 2 o'clock p.m. a.m. in the morning hours, where mature people can sit down and they want to look at that film, they look at it. But these days, they can be played 10 o'clock a.m., 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
But some people can even tell you that it's the responsibility of the parents to tell their kids, don't be here, not the journalists or the content creators. Do they still have a role?
Do we, the journalists, sit down to think again that so many houses, the parents are all workers now? So we, the journalists, need to sit again and think of that. You hardly go to houses now where you have these women, the women are fighting for 50-50. You two want to go and do, if you are not in the offices, you are doing business. Some will just leave, some will, in fact, in houses, some of the parents, they go and look out for plates to come and play. They tell their children, you will watch out of him, then you will watch at the end, walk out and back. So if the parents, even in the house when they are at home, they ask for they ask their children, would I be watching all the yesterday on a door? Instead of asking them, did you read your book yesterday or whatsoever, they come in with the filming aspect. You watch a door. So do we, the journalists, sit down again to think of all this? We serve also as parents, right? And we look at these things daily. We know what is happening. The moment you put that particular play to play, you must be surrounded with so many thoughts. If I play this film by now, what are they in the house? That time is for play. Would there be children in their houses? Some children are not in the houses, but they are very close to the streets where these things do play. You have so many shops now that do sell televisions. They put these programs live on the streets, and you have kids going to school. They will come and stand there. They don't have to drive them. So they will be, if they don't have access at the house, maybe their parents may not allow them to watch, but they have, free time to look at these films at the opening areas, like the streets, shops, they do play. So, for also journalists that we ask that question will be an unfortunate statement, because unless guys that are just from the school, they haven't got that much IQ around that area to ask that question. But whosoever is a parent, or you are well matured and can think, kind of level-headed, thinking, cannot ask that question, because during the day you hardly. Then at times when schools are off, for those that do go to school, when they come home where their dad and mom are not there, and these televisions are right in the parlor. They can play whatever play they want to without being checked. Some have nannies in their houses. Do that nanny have any voice to say, my father, my biological father, I want to come and play what is mine? Nanny will come and tell me, don't touch it. And some of these nanny, when they want to take step, they want to serve as parents as well. The very parents will come and say again, I put you here and I for pay you, I not tell her knock me pikin. The same thing they tell the teachers. Now learning goal are not to forgo bitter. So if you can tell nanny that, the next time the children come, they will do whatever they want to.
Yes, so it's not only about the traditional television, like the SLBC, the AYV. The television is there, and like you mentioned, there are CD plays, all that.
They will go and call for them.
So what should be the responsibilities of parents' guidance in ensuring that the television will not be there to mislead our kids?
This is the area we are missing the point for the responsibilities.
Okay.
The children are very much concerned about their rights. But the parents now, to really put to the children what are their responsibilities, is lacking. And even the institutions that are, promoting children's activities are not promoting that particular area at all.
We don't even see more of children's program like before. Take into consideration the SLBC, there was so many children's program coming up. We don't see.
So we are talking about responsibilities, and you have taken me back to the media of itself. So if those programs are not much seen in media houses, then how many will be seen in the houses, ordinary houses that are not media inclined? So you start to ask the question. And we are talking about, we need laws, and these laws must be enforced. Parents must be brought to book, even for their carelessness. Because when children go astray, they go out of hands. It's a burden on the government. You go to the police cells now, they remand home, they approve school. Children are there because what parents would have done earlier to structure their children so that they become good children. Because that missing link is there. That's why they are putting pressure on government now. So if government don't want this kind of pressure to be on them, they should put stringent laws as against parents for them to be responsible. If they don't want their children to be responsible, they let government hold them responsible, so that if they know that government is pursuing them for a structural responsibility, then they will take the same home to structure their children. But it's like this same thing, right? People are free to do anything they want. So because they do so, at the end of the day, when it goes wrong, the pressure comes back on the government. And it's the government that is signing these treaties, these policies, because they go and sign this to the human rights. I'm a child, protection officer, activist. But besides, so many missing links, so many gaps that needs to be really, really taken care of and enforced, because the government is very particular. We don't know, it's because of what you come in or whatsoever. We are very more particular in the area of promoting children's activities and their rights. But the area of their responsibilities, for which can be a societal issue where the parents, the government, and the community is not looked at the eye that is supposed to. Government is not really taking that into cognizance, into proper account. That is why we are here unto date, and the government in return is getting the pressure. You go now, when kids are away, whatever problem, they run to the police, to the FSU, to Legal Aid Board, to Defense for Children, Don Bosco. All this area you call, why are they running there? It's because much is not done to structure these parents, to structure these children, to know what are their rights and limits, what are their duties and responsibilities. They don't know. They only know what is my right. So we are missing the point, and if it is not being called for by the government, they have the sole responsibilities. Whatever is done in Sierra Leone now, they don't call the children or the parents. They say the Sierra Leone government. So if the government, at the end of the day, you have the bad name, then go ahead of your bad name and put structures in place and enforce it. And whosoever do not adhere, who is more than the government? Nobody. So if you know that you are not above government or structures, because the government is you and I, we are putting the laws together. That's why we have parliamentarians. And who elected this parliamentarian? It's we to go and talk about our laws. So whatever law that is in that parliament is done there by you and I, who voted them in. So long as they are there, then the laws that are coming to shower on us must be adhered to. Whosoever fails to must be brought to book. But we can only do this and be successful. To limit, it cannot be 100%. We cannot eradicate it. But let it come to a standard where much will not be seen, to at least pollute the
All right, we are wrapping up the program
community.
simply. In terms of the theme that says accessibility, looking at accessibility to television in Sierra Leone, will this theme be actualized within this year that's being celebrated?
We are moving. Talking about accessibility is visible. Access is real. It's not something impossible. It's not like it is not happening. It's not like it is much challenging. Now, you can have access to television without paid for. Based on community level programs, activities, the media houses come to the doorsteps of the communities to get them invited into stations for programs to be part of it, meaning there is access. So it is not as much as difficult as before, where if you don't have money, you don't think of yourself to go to television. Then now programs will be going on, then phony program come on. For the fact that you be part of the process, it's an access to you. You have to hear your voice, for you to be heard. Yeah, would I say we talk to your voice will be there? You did not pay for it. The other way you may say I pay for it, maybe it's the phone call. And that one again. This area we are in, I will say this to be part of this program, to see that the media houses begin to, checkmate these things, because the media houses are making a lot from us. And they are using their it might be a kind of blind vision to the process. But in another way, the media houses are making so much out of the media houses. The mobile companies are making so much out of the media houses. So the participation, is a two-way approach. The media comes down, and the people get themselves, their availability. They present themselves, they are available. Then they at the end of the day, what is yearned for or aimed at is being achieved by the media house.
Okay, so what would be your message to our listeners and to our listeners out there, especially journalists who work in television stations, and also parents, people who have television, because today is World Television Day? What would be your message?
My message to start with for the televisions is for donors within our country. I'm talking for Sierra Leone now, though it's global, but some other areas they are already sophisticated in whatever they need. But For Sierra Leone, for our television stations, many are handicapped. It's not easy for them to fund a whole TV station. It's not an easy task. So we want to see where government do chip in, how government ensure that their programs, their activities, that there be paid up activities to media houses. At least let them see that they engage the media houses, even if it is quarterly, half a year, or every month, end of every month. Let there be programs they will schedule for the TV stations that should be a paid up programs. The journalists that are working for these television stations, wherein they are being capacitated, their salaries are structured, at least be meaningful, so that they cannot be used and misused by ordinary people. At the end of the day, the actual news that is being waited for cannot come the way it is expected. That way let the journalists to be very much proactive, transparent, and reliable, and be very honest with their activities. Yes. So salary structure. They should be of ID cards. Some don't have ID cards. They should be part of NACIT. Encouraging salaries. This online TV, we see those that are owners of this online TV. There should be a platform at the Ministry of Information. Let them create a platform wherein all those that are online TV be brought and are guided as to how they do their programs. Tell them that they are being monitored. If you go out of your NATCA, they can do that. If they deny, then automatically NATCA and the mobile stations, the time you need them, they go offline. You not have access. Then it will let you know that you must go to see that you are being under procedures, rules, and regulations. Coming to the area of the parents will not be limited. I will not limit my advice to the parents without bringing in the child agencies, child protection agencies, because the parents and the child protection agencies, they must work hand in glove, because it's like what the parents are failing to tell the children is what the agencies are there to regulate, to let the children know that they should perform this. If they are not taught well in their houses, then these agencies are there to bring them and give them much education as to how they should behave. So these two approach, I think the parents and the child protection agencies, including teachers, must see the way forward in really telling these children about their responsibilities. A daily education. If the children are educated daily at all channels that we are using now, we're using all platforms to reach the children at all levels. They're going to know about themselves. So because they're going to know about themselves, about their rights, and then know more about the world, then use this platform to tell them about themselves, how they should be, how they should behave, and parents should stop playing, films or videos that are not good for children at all in the homes. And their homes must be structured as to when children are to watch TV and which kind of TV they are to watch. Let them get them used to religious gospels or lectures or whatsoever. Or play them books. For community radio stations, televisions, those who want to come on board and those that are on board already, limit yourself to the ethics of the media rules and regulations, and then ensure that those that you have within your houses, your media houses, get them on a weekly, monthly capacity building, or then a daily briefing before you go out, what you are supposed to go and do and what you are not to do. Let media houses, the journalists, be reminded of what they are to do on daily basis. I think that will limit the kind of thing we are facing.
All right, many thanks to you for taking the time to talk to us in the program. Well, that's all in this edition of the program, Today 90 Minutes, live on HandsofHope Radio 100.5 FM. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found the discussion informative and helpful. And don't forget to listen to the repeat broadcast at 5 p.m. Many thanks to the entire production team, executive producer, Madam Mama Kaifona, social media operator, Emily Bangwa, and to our studio guests, Victor Sturojas, a seasoned journalist and civil society activist, legal report. Well, till next time, it's a bye from me, Erica with Bangwa. Stay connected and stay informed.
It's early in the morning, but we are feeling just fine. Today in 90 minutes, get us all in line. News, views, and entertainment galore. Tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's never a bore.
So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know we bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's the thing to do. We cover the issues from all across the land. Our team of experts provides views also grand, from politics to sports and everything in between. You won't miss a thing when you listen to us. It's clear and keen.
So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know we bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. It's the thing to do.
To be a part of the show, drop us a message or two. Just send a text to 090-001-005. We'll come through. Or leave a comment on our Facebook page. With Today in 19 minutes, you will be the sage. So there in 19 minutes, the current affairs show. Join us every weekday from 7 to 8:30. We know we bring the latest news and analysis too.
Just tune in to Hands of